for my university, I gave an entrance exam, and in that exam, I had 20 minutes to solve 130 questions. So, yeah, basically, that was my reaction too. They also asked me a question in German at the end of the interview. Accommodation was a big problem.
Bachelors in Germany. One of the most requested topics on our videos, especially bachelors after first year in India. And that's why today we have Shashwat, who did his first year in India and is now studying bachelors in Germany in Deggendorf Institute of Technology. We have covered a lot of important points from application to the timeline to the document submitted, blocked account, and many more. Make sure you watch this video till the end and share it with your friends who want to do bachelors in Germany. So, welcome Shashwat to the channel once again. For everyone who is seeing Shashwat for the first time, he actually took part in a day in life of the Student in Germany series this season, and I feel he can give his introduction much better. So, Shashwat, just give a brief introduction for everyone who's seeing you for the first time.
Okay, so my name is Shashwat Nitsure, and I come from Kolhapur, India. And I've been living in Germany for more than 1 year now. It's been, I guess, 1 year and 3 months, and it's been a really wonderful experience. And I'm doing my bachelor's degree here, as many of you saw in the video. Specifically, I'm doing my industrial engineering, which is really interesting because it covers both the sides, engineering as well as the management. So that's really interesting for me.
So, I'll come to your bachelor's in Germany, but I
Mhm.
want to ask like why you didn't want to do bachelor's in India specifically.
So the reason for bachelor's in Germany was because it is very practical and compared to India. So in India, you can I did my first year in India, so I can share you some experiences. So for exams, we used to get some worksheets or questions, and if we learn them or if we solve them, you're done for the exam. You just write them, and it's done. But here in Germany, it's completely the other way around. Yeah, so you need to learn everything, and even if the mock exams are done, the real exam is not 2% of what it is in the mock exam. So you need to understand the subject properly in order to answer every question in the exam. It doesn't work like India. You just by heart it and you write in the exam, and that is why it stays in your mind, and you can use it in the practical in your life.
Coming to bachelors in Germany, there are basically three routes. One is the
Yeah,
Studienkolleg. There's
yeah,
also the JEE route, but okay, we can skip that. And the
yeah.
other one is the one you took, like 1 year after bachelor's.
Hmm. Hmm.
So why didn't you want to do Studienkolleg in Germany? Because as you said, like you already, had started learning German.
Yeah,
So I don't feel so like German was a weak part for you.
yeah. The only reason for that was the money, and that is why I chose the bachelor's one. And it's a lot easier to do a bachelor's degree in India and then come here.
Now I will come to your application, but I also
Hmm.
want to know like, did you actually inform your university in India beforehand that I am going to quit after 1 year? Because
Mhm.
or did you have like was there an option that you can just drop out and take the transcripts and leave?
No, I had informed my university at the later stages that I'm going to go to Germany. I mean, I'm planning to go to Germany. So they supported me too by giving the transcripts, and they didn't make any fuss about that, and they just let me off. So that was not a problem there.
Okay, so now let's start like the cream of the crop stuff.
Yeah.
Uh, I'll start with the timeline and then we'll
Mhm.
move down to your documents.
Yeah.
First is when did you start applying and how was your process? Like, how was the process for you? Because
Mhm.
for me, I know the process for masters very easily because I've talked
Yeah.
about it a lot. But
Yeah.
bachelors, a lot of people are not very sure about, so I feel like you
Mhm.
can guide everyone better.
Yeah. So in Germany, if you have to apply, you have two timelines. So you can either do the summer semester or the winter semester. So opted for the winter semester, and I started to apply, if I'm not wrong, in May, and the deadline was 15th of July. And I did my application through how do you call it? Through a firm which helps students to go abroad,
Okay.
and that in fact helped me a lot because it was the first time that I was applying abroad, and you don't know what to do, where to apply, what kind of documents do you need. As far as I remember, I applied to four universities, and I chose this university as one of the top priorities in my list. But the fact that I chose this university was because I received the admit in 4 or 5 days after I applied, and they wanted me to confirm my admission or confirm my status till the 15th of August, if I'm not wrong.
Hmm.
And then for the other universities, I use the how do you call it, the site you have to submit your documents, and
Uni assist?
then yeah, UniAssist, and that was going to take time, at least 1 or 1.5 months.
Okay.
So I had no other, because there was a 50-50 chance that I will receive an admit or I will not. And I wanted to be sure that I get into one university and then not miss out on others. So I chose this university, and later I got admitted from one more university. That was the Rheinwald University.
So now I feel like we can move to what all documents you need
Hmm.
for applying for bachelor's in Germany. I'll start with my list, which I know is the basic list, and then
Hmm.
you can add up. Basically, you need your 10th mark sheets, your 12th mark
Yeah.
sheets.
Hmm.
You'll also leave a school leaving certificate,
Yeah.
which would be from your university. After that, you would need your IELTS and your German
Yeah.
proficiency. I'll
Yeah.
come to your course as well after this, like what were the
Hmm.
special requirements for your course, because I know
Hmm.
you're studying in a English short bachelor's.
Yes.
Uh, so it's your IELTS and then your German
Right.
proficiency from Goethe.
Yeah.
And apart from that, I feel it would be your SOP, your CV, and an
Uh,
LOR.
yeah. My bachelor's degree certificates that were and the second semester, they need the second semester result
Okay.
because they want to make sure that you have completed your first year here
Hmm.
and then you're going. So they don't want the expected grade, but they want the actual certificate.
But to follow up on one more thing is now that test years is now compulsory. I feel it was compulsory after you came to Germany because
I
you
Yeah, because I
because you
didn't
I,
the stays.
yeah, yeah. So, since 2022 and so like at the end of 2022, they actually made test years compulsory.
Ah,
So
okay,
from 2023 is winter semester.
okay.
So that is last year. So if you're
Hmm.
coming to for bachelor's in Germany now, you need test years. Of course,
Hmm.
Shashwat becomes an exception because he applied before that rule.
Yeah.
And but again, so right now you need that STS exam. Of course, I know that you need the APS certificate as well now. Again,
Yeah,
Shash.
I didn't have it.
Yeah,
I was lucky.
say you're saved from
Yeah.
that. So while you're applying for visa, you also have to understand that even APS has a clause that says that you might be called for an interview if you're going for bachelor's in Germany, and your visa, like VFS or the consulate, might also call you for an interview. So be well prepared. The interview is not like a technical company interview. They are just going to
Yeah.
ask you questions about your course, where are you going to study, what are your future plans, and be honest. वहां जाके झूठ मत बोल के आओ बस लाइक वेरी वेरी सिंपल चीज झूठ मत बोलो सच बोलो एंड प्लस दे आर नॉट योर फ्रेंड्स सो जस्ट बी इन अ वेरी फॉर्मल
Yeah.
माइंड सेट दैट बी आर्टिकुलेट अबाउट वॉट यूर स्पीकिंग
And I would like to add here, they also asked me a question in German at the end of the interview.
ओके
So they wanted to check. So I submitted my B2 certificates, and they actually wanted to check if I have done B2 and I could answer that question in German.
So that is also one more thing. So even if you are going for English short programs and you have not submitted German, I feel your English should be really strong. And if you're submitting your German proficiency certificate, I feel you need to be confident. ऐसे ही कुछ submit मत करके आना like
Yeah.
very simple things. One other thing I wanted to ask was about your university because when I was editing your video,
Hmm.
I have never seen a student from Deggendorf University. Why did was this university a top priority for you? And
Hmm.
did you really like the course and the syllabus? Did you
Hmm.
research well about this that you wanted to do this particular course?
Yeah, the course was very interesting because, as I told, it is a mix of management as well as engineering. So when you realistically get into a company and you see, because before coming to Germany, I'd worked in our own industry, and I know that the workers or the employees blame on the management, and the management blames on the workers.
Yeah.
So basically, if you know the both sides of the coin, so you're well balanced and you know what goes in that particular section. So if you know what the challenges are, you can make things easier for the other party and vice versa. So if you know management well, you can and if you're a worker in the field and you know what goes in, so you can provide the things properly so that it is smooth sailing. For my university, I gave an entrance exam, and in that exam, I had 20 minutes to solve 130 questions. So yeah, basically that was my reaction too when I got to know that I have to solve so much questions in 20 minutes. But I did it because they just need. We had English, maths, chemistry, physics, and the general things like your
Logical, I
IQ,
feel. Yeah, logical.
logic. Yeah, so that was a bit hectic, but yeah, I mean, I had to set up two cameras so that I'm not copying from somewhere like the internet. And the system that they use, if I leave that page and I go to some another page for Googling,
Oh yeah.
it will inform them. And Fakashin, because it is a small town and I could focus more on my studies, I knew that there were not going to be public transport and other things, but I was well prepared in my mind that I can do it with just a bicycle. And yeah, so that was and in vacation it is really calm and you can study there properly, and not like big cities you have temptations to go to parties with your friends. And I do that too, but the scale is really less.
I guess the advantage you also might have had is like you found your accommodation pretty easily. Was there any issue for the accommodation?
No. Accommodation was a big problem.
Oh
So
my
when I
God.
landed in Germany, I had stayed in an Airbnb for almost 2.5 months.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I used to travel to university 40 minutes one way with cycle in peak winter, that is December, for
Yeah.
2 months. And then after my exams got over, I finally got Wohnung, that
The student
how do you,
one, I guess. The
yeah,
student,
student,
yeah.
yeah. So I got that in vacation.
There is a problem of housing in Germany. Some students apply very early, they get it. Some students don't really get to apply early, and they would have to stay in Airbnbs, or might also stay in hotels if you
Yeah.
have the money. But a very small piece of advice here is that apply as soon as you can. If you know that okay, this is the university and the city I have to go in, apply for accommodations. Also stay active on Facebook groups, stay active on like
Mm.
any other community groups they might have, because someone might actually quit a shared apartment and there might be a sudden opening, and you might want that opening.
Mhm.
And again, this
Yeah.
is will be for a very short window, so get it quickly and find a housing.
But I would like to add here, you need to be careful with the frauds,
Oh yeah.
because my friend had been through such a fraud. So Facebook, you need to be really careful. So if you get contacted by someone and he or she says that transfer 300
Yeah.
euros for as your confirmation fee, you need to send your friend to check this
Check
apartment
a bit.
and then
Yeah.
do the other things.
And plus also read the agreement, because in the agreement there are a lot of things like about warm rent, your cold rent, your
Yeah,
heating, utilities, even the deposit. Will you get it back after a certain
yeah,
amount of time? So these are some important things which you need to do. So if you find an accommodation and you have to transfer the money from India, get someone from Germany to
yeah,
travel there, read the agreement, check the rooms, talk with everyone, like people around that place, because you are here in India, or you are here, you would be in your home country and you have zero idea what you're going to do. So it's much better that you triple or quadruple check it with
we,
a pair of eyes on
yeah.
the ground. So one question I wanted to ask is, how much money did you put in your blocked account, and did you have to receive, like, do you have to receive, renew your blocked account for your second year?
I put 11,208 euros in my blocked account for the first year, and and you get that money every month, and you get 930 something, cutting the fees of the blocked account service. And for the second year, I specifically did not do my blocked account because as I work, I get my money from there, and I don't need any money from home now. And this will also be better if you work and you show your blocked account at the visa extension, that is the Aufenthaltstitel. It is a residence permit in Germany. So if you have enough money and a contract, you will get normally for students it is 1 year, and it depends on the city and the state as well. But for me, it was 1 year. But because I work and I had money in my blocked account, I got a residence permit for 1.5 years.
By default, the rule is that you have to renew your blocked account, but as like Shashwat, a lot of students also work. So if you show your working contract plus show a good amount of money in your current account, they will be like, okay, you don't need it for your second year. You don't have to block a proper amount. But again, if you don't have money plus you're not working, then it's by default they will ask you to renew a blocked account. And again, this differs from city to city, even from people to people. So the same two people in one office might have like different experiences with
Yeah,
different students. So you can't really
experiences.
say
Yeah,
it. So I feel the tip is here, like, start working and learn German, because learning German will
yeah.
make it easy.
I would say I would like to make a big reveal here. I failed in my AS levels and my A levels once, and now I'm studying in Germany. So if you don't need to fear how good you were or how bad you were in your past, but you need to focus on what's now and your abilities. So I knew that I could do it. That's why I re-gave the exams, and then I'm here.
So thank you, Shashwat,
Yeah,
for coming on for another video. And you can actually go to the video. I'll put that in the description as well. And check out Shashwat's A Day in Life of a Student in Germany's video episode. He has actually summarized his day and talked about his accommodation, his university, showed around his university pretty well. And if you have any doubts, comment below, and or you can email us, and we'll try to ask Shashwat, or solve those doubts ourselves. So thank you so much, Shashwat, and all the best.